Made with love by Clover.
Well, from Dala to Dite, we're keeping it classic and classy in the kitchen today because I'm with Miss SA, Sasha Lee from 2019. She's in the kitchen with me and she's here to redeem herself because I believe the last time you were in the kitchen with Tabiso, it was a hot mess.
You know, he had one job.
He had one job
to make me look good. And he didn't do.
Well,
the right
I'm
thing.
the perfect wing lady. I'm here to make you look excellent because we're going to make this classic family dinner recipe that is for everyone. It is meatloaf. But we also got some secrets on how to make it extra flavorsome and delicious with a quintessential secret, which of course is our Clover Fresh milk. So Sasha, if you don't mind, you can start off by throwing a cup of our Clover Fresh milk into our bread. And this is really a great way to really just keep our meatloaf moist and keep it nice and together. And with Clover Fresh milk, you get superior quality with every litre to help you give your family nothing but the best. And soaking the bread in Clover Fresh milk will also prevent your meatloaf from drying out, like I mentioned. And Clover Fresh milk is also nutritious, so you are getting the good balanced nutrients in your meatloaf. There we go.
Just making sure.
We'll just make sure it's there. If we need to add more milk, we can go beyond the extra cup.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I would add a little bit more milk. I feel like the more Clover Fresh, the better. There we go. Now, how often is something like meatloaf that you make? I'll be honest, I've never made it.
I have never really made it, and I think it's something that is very American, as you said earlier. It's not something that I've made before, but I'm excited to make it. So it's our first time.
This is teamwork.
It's our first
we
time.
planned the outfits, the hair. We are matching for this recipe. So I'm going to start off here. We've got some tomato sauce, and I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste. We're going to add some Worcester sauce. Got that in there. I'm going to add some onion powder as well as garlic powder. A little bit of sugar, brown sugar. And this is for the basting of our meatloaf. Some sugar is being added, as well as some apple cider vinegar. Then I'm going to stir that up and then add some salt and pepper for taste. There we go. So I'm busy with this. You're going to get cracking on our
I'm going to get cracking on here.
There we go.
So I'm going to add in here 2 eggs. Now, I like to make a well in the middle of it, just so that it mixes a little bit better. So it's 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs. Some Worcester sauce. I'll never attempt to say the whole name of this thing because I'm a good speaker, but I can't.
I think everyone struggles to pronounce that.
Then we have some chutney.
There we go. Oh, and there's just something about chutney. Like, I don't think
it just makes it
foreigners understand how that is such a South African delicacy.
Exactly, and it makes everything taste a lot better.
Yes.
And this is some tomato paste.
There we go.
We've got some parsley here. And some salt and pepper. And obviously some braised onions.
There we go. And it's also got a little bit of garlic in it already, and that we're going to add. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to add our milk. Our milk-soaked bread.
Milk-soaked bread, okay.
Yes, but we don't want to add our milk with it, just the actual bread. So I'm going to add that in. It's nice and soft.
Awesome.
And this is, of course, going to give us the moisture that we want. So I have to admit, I feel like meatloaf, especially when it comes to the mixing, you're doing it very nicely with the wooden spoon there.
Very gracefully, you know?
Yes, because
very
you are,
gracefully.
you know, Miss South Africa.
Very on brand.
Very elegant. There we go. But I think at home, a lot of the mamas would actually just use their fists and their hands to really get in there and get the meatloaf all mixed together. Let's see how you do.
You know, I feel like you're obviously putting me on the spot here, but I'm just
but you're doing well. It's working with the spoon.
It's working with the spoon.
But if you want to get in there, you can.
I can totally get in there. But I feel like we have to be COVID conscious.
True.
You know?
True.
It's not me avoiding it at all. Like, I would never do something like that.
There we go. Okay, so the beauty of this recipe is once we've got our, our meatloaf, the meat all mixed well, which Sasha's busy doing so good, you add it to a little grease tin. This will really just give us the shape. We'll flip it out, and then that's when we pop it into the oven.
Okay, cool.
There we go. That looks good.
Do you think it looks good?
That looks good. You can add it to our little tin that's prepared. And of course, we do have this recipe with all of the steps available for you. It's on our website. You can get it on expressoshow.com. And there we go. Can I help you?
I'm just going to use a spatula.
There we go.
And hopefully this
You need
works.
like arm strength for this, right? There we go.
You couldn't have skipped arm day, obviously.
No. Making a meatloaf, I'll help you then.
There we go. I'm just trying to like position it so it doesn't fall.
There we go.
There
we
we
want
go.
it in our meat tin. There we go.
Cool.
And we can compress it in. Of course, at home, you will mix it a little bit more, get in there with your hands, but we want to stay COVID friendly. You did excellent. There we go. So we've got the shape going. We're going to flip it out onto our pan and then pop it into the oven. And that will go into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. There we go.
There we go.
I'm proud of ourselves. We did good.
We did well.
We did really
We
well.
should like start our own cooking show. Like this is actually pretty
We should
standard.
start our own cooking show because you know the magic of cooking on TV is we get to walk over here
and we
and
can
present
pretend
our
like we
beautiful
put it in.
meatloaf with yellow
It's
rice.
fun. Yeah.
There we go. This is delicious. I feel like we need to tuck in, but if you've missed any of the steps to this amazing recipe, it is available on expressoshow.com and we've got a quick recap for you. Here we go.
Made with love by Clover.